Do not short the internet service provider, guys. We're going to give them a pass here because if restarting it fixes the problem, I'm just going to go ahead and forgive it. See? Melnick is quick to forgive. All right. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. What great news! Ladies and gentlemen, my Facebook analysis. We're going to go into eBay. Apple is on deck and so much more. Our precise daily stock levels, our game plan in Forex, as well as our full stock analysis. I am Mark Melnick, and this is the Newsbeat Show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Newsbeat Show. Was having some packet issues before. I do humbly apologize, but we have so much to talk about here today. I'm going to quickly, very, very quickly analyze Facebook earnings for you, as well as analyze what's happening potentially tomorrow, as well as share what we did on the overnight and so much more. But first, I have to say thank you to people I have never met in my entire life, and you may not have either, over at the T3 Live Compliance team. Kindly pause this video, study it for 16 hours, memorize it from beginning to end, and when you are done, only then shall you hit play. Thank you so much for reading that. And wow, where do I start? Okay, let's start with just the overnights I took. I'm going to roll right through them. This is going to be like you're going to feel a little pinch, but then it's going to feel good afterwards. So let's go ahead and start with NVIDIA. Very beautiful name. Took it as an overnight yesterday. I'm not going to show you the Twitter feed where I show where I posted in live, but this is being posted in the room in real time and live in real time. I said I want to make it quick, so you'll just take my word for it if you are not in the room or on my Twitter service. And let's just go right with it. We were buying NVIDIA under 180. Kaboom! Kaboom! 25-point pop today from where it went. The call spread exploded. Very happy with that trade. Facebook, a peer chart buying Facebook yesterday underneath $140. Kaboom! Sold it all today. Did very well in that one. Made a little, did very well in NVIDIA. Didn't do so well in that. General Electric, actually blessed. I took the calls. I was wrong. I was wrong on General Electric. I thought they were going to gap up on earnings. I was sorely incorrect. It did end up getting to 1140, which is higher than where it closed the other day at 1116, but my calls were still down with everything going on with the volatility and whatnot. But I was able to slice out of those calls at 25 cents. I think I paid, 42 cents? I could look it up, but I already posted it. Whatever it was, I did take a very modest loss as a lotto ticket on an earnings aim. And then the impinge, in which I really liked, was kind of a screwed up idea. As you guys know, I went very, very light. I took like literally 4% of my wanted position. I ended up with 4 contracts because on the day of Monday, the puts and calls were each up. Like one was up 70% and the other was up like 50%. I'm like, why the hell are all these calls and puts up? It must be because Mark Melnick went ahead and talked about them, and that's just a really weird feeling when it goes ahead and does something like that. So I ended up very light. Stock fell to 16, got as high as 19 and a half right here. And what happened was I ended up actually losing money on this one. I ended up losing about $2. I paid like 360 and I sold out about $1.60. So I lost about 2 points on 4 contracts. And I'm like, whatever, I lost $800 on it. With everything said and done, I practically broke even on yesterday's overnights. But I did overnights again today. Let's talk about them. As I told you, ladies and gentlemen, before I came to you, I said I was bullish on Facebook. I was bullish on Facebook. So obviously, I went ahead and took a call spread. Was it a good idea? I still have no idea because here is the psychotic action of Facebook after hours. Pop, drop. Oh, it's looking bad. Nope, it's looking great. Stock goes from 138 after hours all the way up to 151. Wow, everything is looking good with our call spread, guys. I took the 150, 152.5 call spread, and I also did a butterfly. I can't imitate a butterfly. I did 160, 170, 180 butterfly, which okay, is also what I did on top of it as a bullish bet. And then what happened was Facebook plummeted from 150, 130 to 136.40. So it drops 15 points. And I'm like, oh, this place sucks. And then it explodes to 154, and I'm like, hooray! And now it's sort of stuck here at about $151, 150.90, $150.90 after hours, and I'm like, then here, so far it's if it opens here, it's looking good for us, right? Then I also took eBay, which I have no clue what this means. So as I said before on eBay, and again, we're posting this in real time before as we open up this positions with the price we paid and everything prior to the end of the day. So we are making these bets, and I am, um, I would say, show you what's underneath my, jacket, but that sounds a little perverted. I show you what's underneath the hood. So we did make a bullish call bet on eBay because, look, here's the thing. eBay was too beaten up. They're probably going to post good numbers, is what I thought. And then what happened was eBay shot up to $29.10. And I'm like, easy, easy crushed home run, easy mark, easy, easy, whew, easy, easy, easy. And then it plummeted to $27. And I was down. Well, I wasn't down in it or up in it. I have to see where the options open tomorrow. But the stock was trading down on my bullish bet. And I'm like, huh? And now it's printing 27.98. And I'm like, okay. The third trade I did, so far, and now it's 28 bucks. So far, our eBay and Facebook longs look like the correct call. The other trade I did, I have no idea where it's going to go, is General Motor puts. I took General Motor put spread. Um, I took a General Motor put spread um, before the close here today, and General Motors is going to report in the morning, so we'll see where that goes. So as I promised, I'm going to quickly analyze Facebook earnings. Remember what I said before of why it was going to gap up? Because there's going to be so much. My reasoning was the same reason why I was bullish on Twitter was before earnings and Twitter worked. I made right and wrong calls. I am a lot more right than I am wrong. I do pride myself on that. I wouldn't be doing these strategies and sharing it with you guys if I wasn't. But let's just call it what it is. I do take losses, obviously. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to pull up the news. Um, well, that's not it. There we go. Just one moment. Let's pull up Facebook, and we're going to go ahead and I'm going to analyze the Facebook earnings for you. And again, I was bullish on Facebook. I ended up putting my money where my mouth is, and I don't even know where the hell it's going to open up. I said Facebook was going to beat on earnings per share and miss on revenue. Was the call I made in Facebook. If you remember, I mean, it's recorded on the Newsbeat show. Go watch Newsbeat show 199. $1.76 beat the $1.47 expected. That gets, I guess that's like a Facebook like thumbs up. It gets one Melnick thumbs up for that. 13.73 billion misses the consensus 13.78 billion. That's a Melnick thumbs down right there. So far we're even on the Melnick thumbs up and thumbs down. CEO says huge opportunities ahead in video and commerce. Hey, maybe you could steal another platform from someone and maybe monetize it like you did Facebook, bro. That sounds like a huge opportunity. Facebook says 2 billion people use one of its services every day. I'm using this service to talk to you. Fair enough. Says Facebook Watch has hit its stride. So they basically said Watch, along with IGTV, are growing quickly. Says video monetizes less than social interaction and can displace some services. Says video is still a critical part of the future and expects it to remain part of the business. I don't interpret that as bullishly or negatively. They said 2019 will be a year of continued investment. They said, says growth rate is going to decelerate to the mid to high single digits. You know why the growth rate is going to decelerate in Facebook? Because there is only 7 billion people on the planet, with a large portion, maybe even the majority of them, without internet service today. And that blows people's mind. You're like, people without internet service? Pew! Like, people can't even imagine that today. And Facebook just simply cannot reach them. They just oversaturated the market. And to see this on Facebook, to me, this is obvious. I mean, Facebook's biggest growth is penetrating China. You have to penetrate China. I said it from day one. You have to penetrate China. They said a lot of growth is coming from the Asian market. I find that such a play on words. Asian market? Well, Asia? Are you talking about the hillbillies in the Ural Mountains? Or are you talking about China? Or are you talking about Taiwan? Or are you talking about Siberia? Or maybe you're talking about Russia. Who the hell are you talking about? Well, passive consumption, why not say Southeast Asia? And then that would ring a bell with me. Facebook came out, said passive consumption of video can displace social interactions. Yeah, when people are watching TV, they're not having a million chats at once unless you're one of those people who are just doing it with the television on. Yeah, we have one set of eyes and two hands. Says starting to work through formula to take rate limits off videos. Says long-term monetization depends on the effectiveness of ads. Amen to that. Says there is a 3-year roadmap to get security systems to where the company wanted them to be starting in 2016. Says it expects security to be dialed in by the end of next year. Says it is investing in capacity ahead of user growth. So what they're trying to do, and let me translate that into a language that I am currently speaking called English. What Facebook is saying is we oversaturated, but in order to grow and actually go further, we have to build out the entire infrastructure to be able to take these people in. To give you an example, it would be like the best example would be like a couple buying a new home because they're expecting a new kid. A couple buying a new home because they're expecting a new kid. So, in Facebook's case, they buy a new home before the wife is pregnant. So they buy a new home with 10 extra bedrooms and they're like, okay, crouching tiger, iron uterus, here I come. And they're coming in and they're trying to expand that way. That's the best analogy I could give you. They're basically going to be dropping billions without it, indubitably, inevitably, um, billions of dollars on creating this infrastructure before the people are even in place to fill them because that's the only way they could do it. It's almost like saying you're not going to have 200 people. Another analogy is you're not going to have 200 people waiting in your hotel lobby while your hotel is full trying to fill it out. You have to build more rooms and then hope people in the future come in. It is that same sort of mentality that Facebook is doing. Overall, with Facebook and everything they're saying, 2 Melnick thumbs down, 1 Melnick thumbs up, building out the infrastructure in an oversaturated market. I would give it 4 Melnick thumbs up if they penetrated China. They did not show that they were able to do that yet. For me, in Facebook, I look at it and I give it 1 Melnick thumbs up, 2 Melnick thumbs down. But remember what I said. All Facebook needed was 1 Melnick thumbs up. I was expecting them to miss on revenue. I was expecting them to beat on earnings per share. I still give it the thumbs up for earnings per share and the thumbs down for revenue. I still give it to them, but again, it's really hard to say if I'm going to be up money tomorrow. If it opens here, sure, I'll be up money. If it doesn't, who the hell knows? I mean, the stock shot up, shot down, shot up, then shot up 20 points, and it's like, I don't even get it. It's absolutely insane. Now, let me tell you what the analysts are going to do tomorrow. This is going to be the awesome part. You ready? Repeat after me. Today's SAT word is reiterate. Reiterate. Keep. Keep and reiterate is what you're going to see the two words coming out of all the analysts' mouth. Because the analysts got so shellacked on Amazon when, of course, the Newsbeat live room was bearish way ahead. We saved hedge funds, ladies and gentlemen. That's what the Newsbeat live room does. We save hedge funds from going under. And able to capitalize in a meaningful way. A lot of you on that Amazon put call, congratulations. But like the Facebook, the Facebook here, you have to realize it's just such a beaten up name where 1 ounce of goodness can bring it up. You have to understand the stock lost a third of its value since July 25th. A third, a third. So keep in mind that the stock is actually trading below the March levels. And of course, a lot of you guys are coming to me with my year end prediction saying that we're going to have the first yearly red bar in the triple Qs in 10 years. That was my prediction at the beginning of the year. And nothing changed with that prediction, ladies and gentlemen. Nonetheless, I'm going to look to sell Facebook tomorrow. Just keep in mind one thing. Apple earnings will be the next leg for Facebook. If Facebook is going to have another leg up, it's going to be completely based on Apple earnings. So that was my Facebook analysis. Apple, they're going to crush it. Apple's going to beat revenues. Apple's going to beat on earning. Again, this is my guess, just my opinion. Obviously, I don't have access to the earnings report. They did the whole thing in Brooklyn today with the 12.9-inch iPad Pro. Again, I'm a huge fan of the iPad. I put on Netflix at night. I watch, you know, things right before I go to sleep and I begin to pass out and I have just enough energy to shut off my iPad. It's a really good thing to have. I lower the brightness on it so it doesn't wake up anyone around me. It's a really awesome thing. I am in love with the Apple iPad. I am a fanboy. I'm not saying it's better than the other stuff out there. I'm saying for somebody who is me, it works out well. So they did announce a new iPad today. I know that's going to have nothing to do with their earnings, but here is the deal. What was the newest thing? Let me ask you, what was the newest thing that Amazon put out? The newest, I'm going to ask you guys in the room right now. What was the newest thing that, let's start with Facebook. What was the newest product that Facebook put out? Is that crickets? I'm not asking you to look it up. I'm asking you what you use. What was the latest product you use that Facebook put out? Crickets? Okay. What is the last product you used that Amazon put out? Yeah, peer pressure and social anxiety. Exactly. Yeah, Oculus Rift. How many of you guys use Oculus Rift? And that was how long ago? Well, YouTube and what app is something that's been around. I'm saying new. What new do you use that they put out? Nothing. What new do you use that Amazon put out? Don't say Alexa. Alexa's been out forever. There you go, Dave. Okay. Nothing. You watch new shows on Netflix. Did Netflix put out a new service besides for their streaming videos? No. What did Google put out for you recently? What new are you using from Google that you weren't, something that wasn't existent before from Google? What were you using from Google before that was non-existent, something new? Oh, you mean Google.com, their search engine? Shocker. People have been using that forever. What is the point I'm making? I'm not putting down these companies. I'm just showing you why Apple will always be the best. Because as long as there are schmucks like me in the world, and as long as there's people who want to buy this stupid new Apple iPad for 1300 because it's an inch or two. I have the biggest iPad prior to this, whatever the biggest iPad is. My wife got it for me as a gift. I love it. Oh, this thing is point whatever inches bigger. I want it. I want it. It's bigger. Bigger must mean better when you're talking about a video screen. So, as long as Apple keeps doing stuff like that, and they're smart, you don't think they could have made a 20-inch iPad? They're like, why make a 20-inch iPad when we can have 12.9, 13.6, 14.7, 15.9, 17.1, 18.5, and you're paying $1,200, $1,500, $2,000 as the years go by, as inflation goes up every step of the way. Why not do it like that? Aha! That is a good businessman. Tim Cook, best CEO on Wall Street by far. He doesn't get enough credit. He doesn't get enough credit. Don't give me the BS that he walked in after Steve Jobs. I know he did, but don't underestimate that he is as good, if not better, in many ways Maybe not every way, but in many ways than Steve Jobs. He is by far the best CEO of Wall Street. Tim Cook could run anything. I'll be like, you could open up a pizzeria, you could open up a bakery. Be like, oh, his name is Cook. We could somehow manage that. Yeah, Tim Cook is the head baker. I'd open up a bakery chain, and I'll open up anything under that man. Genius, absolute genius, because there are going to be people who want to pay this sort of money for the new iPad. Do I think Apple earnings are going to be good? You're damn right, I think so. You're damn right, I think so. Precise daily stock levels, right over here. Tomorrow's Halloween. Halloween tomorrow. Here are your support and resistance levels. Here are your support and resistance levels. Okay, we'll go upstairs soon. And I have a special guest here today. Here are support and resistance levels. Whoops, that's an old agenda. Game plan and Forex. Right over. No, that is not our game plan. Oh, nope, that is not. That's old stuff. I didn't update it because it didn't save as I had to restart my entire router. Right here, Facebook bullish trigger 154.77. It is an A plus trigger in Facebook. Take advantage of it. It is awesome. That is what I'm watching. In terms of my Forex, idea, I'm from Brooklyn. It has an R at the end. My idea is right over here. You get a buy, Aussie Swiss, right over here. You're free to screenshot it. You're free to do whatever you want with it. That is a live order from my system. And with that being said, I'm glad I was able to get back to you guys and fix my internet issues. They were tearing up concrete all around my neighborhood in a 1 mile radius. I have no idea if they were upgrading it or updating it or whatever the heck they were doing. I didn't exactly go strike a conversation with them, but I was happy that I was able to come back and do it. It seems like we're going to be walking into a nice amount of money tomorrow with our overnights as long as everything stays status quo. Don't count your chickens before they hatch, but so far it's surely looking good. We're the largest, fastest growing trading room in the nation. Happy trading, make money. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the Newsbeat live trading broadcast. Have a wonderful evening.